Hi Libras, how are you? Welcome to the channel. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you are returning. Totally doing your reading out of order this month I mean. This is your life and love reading because the winds are blowing out of control and it just made me think of you. There's wind blowing left, there's wind blowing right. It's all over the place. It's high energy. It's perfect temperature outside, and it's kind of fun. So let's get into your number reading. We are going to do a 9-card spread, 3 cards at a time with a significator. Bottom of the deck for fun, 2 of Wands. Okay, Libras, I'm using the Golden Tarot, by the way. I will link to it underneath. So perfect because the Hermit reversed. I'll get to the bottom of the deck in a second, but the Hermit reversed. So yes, all right, very cool, because it is windy right? We're in Scorpio season. We've left your season. It is just time to be out and about, kind of things feel good. Things feel stable. Mars also just went into Scorpio. So there's like this push forward. Everybody's getting this jolt. So check where Mars is in your chart, because whatever house that's in, whatever placement that's in, you're going to get a jolt, okay? Because Scorpio is a fixed water sign. Mars is its ruler, and there's going to be this powerful jolt moving forward. We're going to all feel empowered, right, to do things, to say things. We're going to be leaving the past in the past, and we're going to feel very empowered. So I just love so much that this is reversed for you because it's perfect. Now let's look at this too. 2 of Wands reversed. Again, feeling empowered. This is ho-hum, waiting around, wanting someone to come with you on this journey. You've got all of this potential, okay, but you don't want to do it alone. You've got your past. You've got all the things that you want to do in your future. So this is a beautiful card. Don't get me wrong. There's wonderful energies with it. But when it's reversed, you're like wrapping it up. No, I'm ready. Okay. I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm not waiting for anybody else. Knight of Pentacles reversed. I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm done with all this bullshit. Okay. I'm kind of angry about it. Queen of Wands reversed. I'm kind of angry about all of it. Mars in Scorpio, Queen of Wands reversed. Yes, I'm kind of ticked. Whatever. Who cares? Taking matters in my own hands. Okay, this is a huge, huge surge forward into self-ownership. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, what do we have? Hanged Man, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, again, not waiting for any offers. Who cares how they feel? Who cares how you feel? It's like, I don't know, Libras, if you're in like a big podcaster, right? I don't know if you listen to Joe Rogan. I don't know if you listen to Brian Casella. I don't know if you listen to, there's always Gary Vee, of course, right? But there's all these like self-empowerment, okay? And one of the key foundations of growth and expansion and success is not acting on your emotions. Now, you're an air sign, so you're actually really good at that, not letting your emotions dictate your actions. However, Libras, out of all of the air signs, because you like to live in this world of balance, you actually are the ones that are the most likely to waver and pause and analyze your emotions maybe a little too much before making a decision. Now, this is all stuff you know. I don't need to keep telling you that. I don't need to tell you this. But the reason why I'm telling you this, Libras, is because you have this Knight of Cups reversed. So this is a really strong indication, especially when it's bookending, waiting patiently for signs, and it's bookending this of Pentacles. Because success is here. It's already here. The decision's been made. You're really willing, ready, willing to go do it. It's just a matter of, here you are. Okay, am I waiting on somebody else to do something? Should I wait? Should I make the decision on my own? I don't know. Here we are, vacillating and oscillating between what to do, when all along it's just a matter of making the decision, getting out there and doing it, and then success is yours. Okay. And why I was going down that road of talking about podcasts is one of their key foundation messages always is no matter how you feel like doing, how you feel, you still have to do what you're supposed to do, right? You still have to get your list done. You can't just say, well, I don't feel like doing it and then I'll do it tomorrow. Because then, we all know what happens with that. So awesome start to the reading, Libras. Awesome start to the reading, okay? I was going to pull clarifier. I'm not going to. Not yet anyway. The extendeds are below. If you want that, the link's below. And then I'm also offering a special for readings. And I'm doing, I made a job change, so I have all this extra time right now. And so I'm going to be, there's a special on the readings. And then I'm also promising them the 4 hours. Okay, so kind of cool with that. And those links are below. Okay, let's get going. Let's get back to what we were doing. Oh, wait, I'm not, I didn't shuffle, I almost did. Okay, second row. Cool. 9 of Pentacles. Woo! Temperance and Queen of, leave these out like this. You see that? Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, again, this is so awesome, Libras, because not going into introspection, not going into retrospection. You did that. You've been doing that. Done. Okay. Mars is in Scorpio. Go get what you want. It's all here. Yours for the taking with the Queen of Pentacles. Love it. Brand new beginnings. Now, I love this. I actually really like this facing backwards, which is really interesting because if you listen to a lot of astrologers, there's this theme with all of these eclipses and this Saturn, Pluto going into Capricorn. All this stuff is kind of going to be resurging moments, themes from the past in terms of like, from what I can remember, 11-ish to early 15-ish. So that era, there's going to be some kind of repeat themes. You might be going back to the similar type of job. You might be, an ex might be oddly in a weird way coming back, not to finish business, not to do better this time or get you back, but it's like this just reoccurrence of something, resurgence of something from the past. So this is interesting because a new beginning, but still looking back. All right. So what's really interesting for me is I actually left my job, which I loved. It was my dream job. I left it for several reasons, left on good terms, but I actually am going back to a position that I had before that and that I was the most happy in. And I'm going to have all this free time and I'm going to make just as much money, if not more. So excited. So for reading, the Aries reading, this popped up too, looking back here, it was in this position, it was all these pentacles, and I was like, ta-da, cool. So same kind of theme for you, Libras. Lots of money in store for you, lots of success. And here's the thing, generosity, because you really thrive off of making sure that everybody's comfortable, making sure everybody is feeling good. And so when you're earning or when you're feeling stable here, success, 9 of Pentacles, when you're feeling that, Libras, it allows you to open up your heart space, open up your energies, and really bring everybody into the fold. Be able to give them things. And when I'm talking about generosity here, yes, give them things. We're coming into the Christmas season, if you are of Christian belief system. But we also, the giving of ourselves, giving of our time, giving of our wisdom and lessons, right, and our teachings. So I think this is going to be a major theme for you, and it's going to make you feel, maybe you're doing that because you feel completely at balance. Yes, you're launching off into some brand new thing. Yes, it's going to be successful. Yes, you're going to love what you're doing with your time and with your life. It's going to make you feel very comfortable, and you're going to definitely want to bring everybody else into the fold. And I know I already said that, but you're going to have this kind of feeling of like, hey, I like that I can take care of you, my people, right? My friends, my family, my coworkers. I like that I can take care of you. It makes me feel good. That's a big theme for you this month. That is a big theme for you. Okay, move these a little bit. Let's pull Knight of Sword reversed, High Priestess, Justice reversed. Interesting. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck. 9 of Swords reversed. Thank goodness, right? You see all these Libras? So I like this last row because we have the Seven of Pentacles, which means that something's not finished yet. Again, something might be resurfacing, and there's going to be some sort of finishing out, or some closure, or some warming up, or some closing out files. I don't know. Okay. But again, something's not finished yet. You're going to keep going. We have this theme, keep going. Now with the Knight of Swords here, reversed, this is good because this is not stressful energy. Gotta make this so you guys can see these. Okay, this is not stressful energy. This is well thought out. All right, you're not jumping to conclusions. Nobody's jumping to conclusions. There's this inner knowing also with this High Priestess. Can you guys see this? It's right. There's this inner knowing. So the understanding within oneself is very balanced. She's also a gatekeeper. So you could be keeping something from everybody else for the sake of everybody else, and not in a bad way, not in terms of keeping secrets or anything like that, but just kind of as an elderly figure, not the right word, not elderly, but like kind of when you're coming from a place of generosity and coming from a place of teaching, right, and wanting to kind of lead the group. You're making the decision to not share something for the sake of everybody else because it's just not time yet, right? Kind of like a mentorship position. Well thought out. Now, we're going to pull clarifiers on this in the extended because this Justice reversed is something that's really interesting because it talks, something here in this month isn't going to go your way the way that you think it's going to. You could be dealing with a legal battle. You could be dealing with lawyers in some strange way, but you're not going to be feeling. And this is all these wonderful positive cards this whole month. So I'm not understanding. And even with the Nine of Swords reversed here, I mean, this is perfect. Okay, in terms of how you're feeling. So Libras, we're going to spend some time with this to figure out why this Justice card was reversed because something's not turning out in your favor. But I kind of think you know that. Maybe it's part of the plan. Maybe it's part of the plan. Okay, so let's pull some outcome cards before we get into your extended. Spirit and Universe, what are the outcome messages for Libras? What are the outcome messages for Libras? Messages. One more shuffle off the top of the deck. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. I'm trying to get this to shine. Be shiny. Can you see it? Four of Pentacles. So pulling something back, withholding, really weird because you're also on the path of generosity. So something has to happen first. Okay, this has to happen first before this, or this goes a little too much maybe, and you're like, oh, made a couple mistakes with all this giving, possibly, and then you're pulling back. Okay, because this is part of the outcome message. So we do have the card of victory here. You have a lot of support. People are in your corner. Six of Wands. Love this. But, Libras, we'll spend some time on this in the extended too, because what we have here, the Three of the Empress reversed, as well as the Three of Pentacles reversed. So when these are reversed, we're talking about a inability to move forward, inability to step up, or an inability to add to, all right? Augment. That's what the Three of Pentacles means. Inability to get the promotion, have the baby, add to this, add to that. Okay, one more leveling up. So something is occurring here that's causing you to not level up. Now, really, Libras, maybe this is spending a little too much money on Christmas, very possible, and then having to wait a while before you can get, so that's why you're pulling back here. What's underneath this? Yeah, slowing down. We've got the Knight of Wands. So this does have to do with slowing down and a major transformation after that. All right, so you're gonna be doing something, and I'm not saying it's necessarily only about money, but it certainly is looking like that. Be a little cautious. Be a little cautious what you're giving and why you're giving it, frankly. And definitely listen to your intuition, because if you're doing some sort of investment, it's not going to turn out in your favor, at least not this month. and it's going to kind of be throwing you for a loop. So be cautious with that, really be cautious. And then if you're kind of hoping for a promotion at work, uh, it looks like it's coming, like the recognition is coming, but not the money, okay? Not the addition to. Or it's not coming, it's promised next month if you do X, Y, and Z, something along those lines. So I'm going to spend a little bit more time here on the extended. That link's below. Again, I have a special on private readings. They will all be sent to you within 4 hours of booking. And I think that's basically it, Libras. I love you so much. Let's get into this. I'm going right into it right now because I'm nervous and a little stressed out for you. So let's get into it. I love you so much. I will talk to you later. And stay tuned also for your annuals. Those are going to be big. They're going to be long. They're coming right up after these. Okay. All right. I love you. Bye, Libras.